हेलो। तो मैं आप सबका एक और बार स्वागत करता हूँ। आई वेलकम यू ऑल वंस अगेन टू द AutoCAD tutorials MCG CAD works. Let me first introduce myself. I am Viraj and I am here to tell you about the AutoCAD tutorials. We have already launched our two videos. First, how to download AutoCAD, and the second is about the whole draw panel, how to create lines, polyline and other things. So firstly, recall that you can download AutoCAD by the AutoCAD website, and for the free download you can download the student version. Then whenever you apply for the license, you will get the license of the 3, 4 or 5 months respectively the AutoCAD policies. Always download the latest version of the AutoCAD. Then coming to the draw panel, you can see the video about the detailed version. We have talked about the line, polyline, the various methods of drawing the line, absolute coordinate method, polar coordinate method, relative coordinate method, and how to edit the polyline into line and line into polyline, how to join them, how to construct them, how to use ortho mode, etc, etc, etc. We have covered in that video. I will give the link in the I button, and from there you can go to the two of the videos that are there, and also in the description we will provide the link for the two videos. So the AutoCAD we are using is the AutoCAD 2020 software, 64-bit in English language. This video will be in English as well as Hindi. Means the English would easily be understand by those who not only speak the English. That is the general English we are using, the general English we use in India. So firstly I would start the AutoCAD. As I said, we are using AutoCAD 2020 English. This will take some time. Recently we have drawn a hut in that. हमने एक हट की ड्राइंग जो है वो ड्रॉन करी थी AutoCAD के अंदर, और जिसको आधा मैंने ड्रॉ किया था उसका एक स्क्रीनशॉट आप लेके आप खुद भी ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं इन द रिसेंट वीडियो. दैट इज़ द वीडियो ऑफ which is on the draw panel. So now we will talk about the second panel in the ribbon, that is the modify panel. Modify panel is used to correct your mistakes, is used to modify the objects latterly, the copy, mirror and explode, etc. functions are more the most important functions. See, there are three things which define the whole drawing. Firstly, what you draw. Second, if you want, then you have to change something, then the change. And third, the finishing touches that you often do. So here is our AutoCAD being loaded. We will also recall the interface, the local interface. Then we will talk about these. As we said in the first video, we will provide the link in the how to download the AutoCAD. We said about these three types: get started, recent documents, and notification. And from there you will can also learn, and you can sign in to this. So we have to get started. It is this, and this is our drawing area. This is our crosshair. You can change the size by giving a light click, moving on to options, and there would be a dialog box open in it of the various options. And from this display you can change the crosshair size from here, and the selection you can change the size of the big box, etc. Okay, so these are the whole the panels we have and talked about the draw panel. We have talked about these 4 to 5 things first till ellipse, and these are the other things we will talk about lately during the more complex objects. We have talked about the blue window and the green window lately in the last video, in the recent video escape. Now this is the modify panel. We have all these options there. Actually these include these all options, but main options are move, rotate, trim, copy, mirror, fillet. Then there is a chamfer, this is erase, this is explode, this is array, this is scale, this is stretch, and finally this is the explode, and this is the rectangular array. Then there is a path array, and then there is a polar array. And we will also talk about this offset, erase, explode, chamfer in this, trim, extend, rotate, mirror, scale, stretch, copy, move, etc. commands. Now firstly we would talk about what is the role of the modify panel. Likewise, I draw a rectangle using the rectangle command. I will draw this rectangle by this. Now just escape. Now I want to move this slightly here. I don't want to draw this here. Actually this coordinates are 141.680. you can see at the bottom of the screen, and then there is 154.6. so these are the coordinates of the rectangle. I want to move it. So what would I do? I will just click on the move. It is showing select the object. Now I will just press enter. Now it gives me to specify the base point according to which it has moved. I will give this center, and let me on the ortho mode and see. I will just place it here, and the whole object is moved. One more, move. It gives me to select the object. I have selected the object. I will press enter. Now it gives me to specify a point. Let me take this. Now what happens? The whole figure is moved respective to this point. There is no change when I moved it horizontally or vertically 90, 180. Now the selection of point is how much important. Let us off the ortho mode. We'll give move command once again. We'll select the object, press enter. Now specify the point and see. The whole point, this orange line, this is the distance between this and this point. And if we select the center, then the orange line is from this, and this is the distance between this and this point. So this is the concept of move. From this we'll just press escape. For move you can also type move in command box. Just enter, select object, let's give enter. Now it gives specify base point or displacement. Let us just select a displacement, and the displacement is with respect to the 0 0 coordinate of the screen. So this is one more option. In the displacement you can select the base point from the figure itself, or if you give one displacement, let us I press the enter once again, like see, enter for repeating the move command. Enter can be also used as AutoCAD remembers the previously given command. So enter is given to once again use that previous command. So it gives me enter. I will select the object, enter, then displacement, enter, and from automatically, as the displacement is the default option, by pressing the enter, I will just move the object from the 0 0 coordinates. So if you know the exact coordinates from the 0 0 0, then from the 0/0, that is the x and y coordinate of this UCS, then you can actually use this displacement. Now escape. I will give a undo for all the operations. Just undo. Okay, now moving on to the rotate command. We will once again let we draw something else. if we will draw a polygon. Okay, I will give the size as 5. Enter. The center of the polygon, let us decide here. We set we want inscribed in a circle, and this give this point. Now what is the use of the rotate command? You go on the rotate command. Now I have to select the object. You have select the object, press enter, then it is saying specify the base point. Let us specify this, and with respect to that, the base point will not move anywhere, it will just stay there. We just want this position. So once again, rotate, select the object, enter, specify the base point. Let us specify the center. Now this is rotating in on axis, so the specify of the base point is so much necessary. Okay, now or copy reference, angle or copy reference. So we can also give the angle, like I give 45, enter, and this angle is of 45. That was 78 recently, and it is now 45. Okay, so you can also give the angle there. So once again, we will draw something else. We'll draw a rectangle. Now this is a rectangle. I want to tilt it. I will select on rotate. It gives me select objects. I give enter. I have to select the base point. I select this, and according to this I select this, or it remembers the recently given angle, so it is saying 45. So if I give enter, it is on the 45 angle from this. So we will just select all the object and just delete this one. I need a green window for that, this one, and delete. So this is the use of the rotate command. Now moving on to the copy first, then we will know about the trim, because it is used in more complex object. Then we will draw something, then we will use the copy command. So copy. Now let me draw a symmetrical figure. Let me on the ortho mode. We have on the ortho mode. This is a straight point. Let me give this, 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 let me come above, let me give this, let me give this, and let me give this, and let me give this. Okay, so this is as a symmetrical figure. We want properly this on the other hand. Copy, and we will also know about the difference of the mirror command here. Now it is saying me select the object. I will just shift and I will just right click. I will just select the object by crossing window. I've selected the object. Now I will specify enter. Now it's saying me specify base point. Let me specify this. On the base point, you can copy this to anywhere, or you can specify the distance between them. Let us say 50, enter. So from this base point, this distance is of 50. Now I will just give @ let's give @ to remember the last point, 500, enter. What happens? Point or option keyword required, so you cannot use @ here. Okay, so you have to exactly give the distance. Likewise, I give 100, enter, and this is 100 from this. So distance of this from this is 50, and if you want to create one more thing, then give 150. This is here, then give 200, increase of 50, and these all are the symmetrical objects. Now you know the copy, the object is copied exactly, and if you say the distance, then it is on the distance from that base point. So base point, if you choose from here, this would be 50, from here this would be 50, this would be 100, like we give 100 for this, so this would be base point, this would be 100 from it, this would be 150 from it. So it is the use of the base point here. Now moving on to the mirror command, we will use the mirror command on these objects. So what is the mirror? Click on the mirror command. Now it gives me to select the object. Let me select these all by a crossing window. Okay, I'll just enter first point of mirror line. Let me give this point. Now specify the second point of mirror line. Let me give this. Now what is the mirror? Erase the source object. I say no. So what is this? This is a symmetrical object. These are exactly the mirror image of these. If I select this and this as the mirror image, then this would be above this. Likewise, enter for repeating the command. They set me to mirror as goes on to this. Now enter first point mirror, second point mirror, and if you said yes, then this is, and this will act as different objects. Likewise, I have no. So this is the use of mirror command. This actually gives a reciprocating image there. Mirror command, delete, and this delete. Okay, so it is the use of the mirror command. Now moving on to the stretch command. Stretch command uses very easy. Just I will place a rectangle here. Now moving on to the stretch command, it means select the object, is it enter, specify base point, just give this enter, and from this to stretch it here. Okay, now we will say that move and stretch command are one and the another thing. Let me explode this triangle. Just explode, stretch, select object to stretch, enter. Specify base point, means what is the distance of this from the base point. Let me 1 from here to I want to drag a point here, so this will meet here. Okay, so see, the object is stretched to this point. This is not move, this is stretched. So you can say the move and stretch are one and another thing, but yeah, in some complex objects its use is more defined, or its use is more visible. So I will just control Z to move this command backward. Now the scale command. The scale is used if you want to increase. Likewise, we are drawing in 1:1 and we are giving the exact figures. So if I want to scale it to some extent, I will use the scale. Likewise, just select the object, this, and specify base point. I specify this base point. Now if you want to increase the scale by 2, like if it's is 10, then we want to give it 20, so you just type 2 there and press enter, and with respect to this base point, the whole distance is increased by 2. Just delete. You will understand it more clearly. Let me draw something of the proper length, rectangle. I just give the point. Now I want to give the dimensions 100, 150. So there is a rectangle. Let me place it anywhere. Okay, so this is our rectangle. Let me increase the scale, select the object. Now one more, enter, specify the base point. Let us increase this with the hope of it. Now I want to increase by a scale of 2, enter. Now measuring the distance, measure, quick. This is become 200. We give 100 multiplied by 2, we have increased this 2, and let us give the from this is 300. Okay, so this whole is the process. Okay, now we will explore more options, and let's go on the scale objects. Let's select the object, enter. It gives me specify the base point. Now, or copy reference, copy the reference. Okay, so reference, specify reference length, let it be 100, enter. Specify new length, let it be 200, enter. And this is the reference, just decrease it. This is the reference. Okay, so this all is in the, just control plus Z, just removing this, escape, just removing this object, delete. Just delete. Now we will understand about the array lately and the more complex objects. Array is about grouping the whole things, not anything else. Now we will talk about the erase, explode, and the offset command. Let us first draw the erase. Erase is so simple, just draw something, just draw something, just draw something, or something. Okay, so I have drawn this. Now what is the use of erase command? Go on erase, just select. You think it has become dim. Okay, it has become dim, but it's not yet erased. For the erase, you have to just press the enter and the whole object is gone. Till then it means it is selected. By pressing the erase, it means it has gone and it has been erased. Now moving on to the explode command. Let us draw a polyline. This. Okay, we have drawn a polyline. What is the difference between the line and polyline? We have discussed in the draw panel video. Line, they have individuals line, and the polyline, that is selected as whole. Okay, if I just reverse my selections, just reverse my process. Let's just draw a polyline like this in its boundary. Okay, so how would you differ between the polyline and line? Line, it is selected like this. These are individuals, these are individuals, these are individuals, these are individuals. But when you click on this is selected as individuals. So what is the use of the explode command? Likewise, I want to increase the length, or I want to increase a particular part like this, or I want to increase like this. If I press erase, then whole is select. Then we just undo this operation by clicking on this. It is showing it has been selected as a whole. So for this, we know we need to do the explode command. Just click on the explode command explode, and see the difference. These are also individual. Now if you want to delete something, just select that part, delete, and these are deleted. So this is the use of explode command. Likewise, let me draw a rectangle. If you select this is selected as a whole. If you want to remove this or anything else, you will not be able to. The whole figure is moved. So by clicking on the explode, you can just explode it. Now it is individual. Okay, so this is the function of explode command, to explode the object into various parts so that it can be edited easily. Modify panel is used to do the editing work, do the editing work, do the changes, etc. So this is the explode command. You can also by click on this, then you can explode something. This is already explode, so we don't need to explode. So first you can firstly select the object, or firstly select the explode and then give the and then give the explode command. Now I just type control plus 0 to clear the screen. It clears the draw panel. Control plus 0 once again to make the changes back. So what is one more thing, this is a shortcut. Control plus 0 is a shortcut to clear the screen to make the area maximize. Once again, control plus as 0 and the area is fully cleaned. Now control plus 0 to reverse the option. So to maximize your area, you can give the control plus 0, and to return back you can once again give the control plus 0, and the whole area is reversed or retained. Now I just give delete. Now moving on to the next, this is the offset. Now what is the offset? Sometimes you have to draw the parallel things. Like I have drawn a line, I want these type of 4 lines at a distance of 10 10 10 10 from each other. So what will I do? If I get a copy, it will be a more vast operation, because I have to give the base point, then I have to give the distance. So there is a simplified command called the offset. You can click on to this. This will firstly give you specify offset distance or through erase layer. We will discuss about these options lately. I will just give the distance. I have to give it, like we give it 50. We give it 50. Enter. Now it gives me select the object to offset. Select the object. Now in which direction I will move the mouse, it will give me a offset there. This distance between these two will be 50. So I just give the mouse section in lower corner, just 50. Now this command would be active once again, that you need not to once again active. Now this gives me select object to offset. I have once again selected the object, and it will work on the previous value 50. Object to offset, distance 50. Object to offset, direction of offset 50. Object to offset, direction of offset 50. So these all lines are 50 50 50 distance from each other, means they are offset. So in the copy command, you need to copy the select object, and then and press enter. Then you have to give the specify the base point, you specify this, then you want to copy this here or here. So it is like a copy command, but a more easier version of this copy command. I will just press escape. Now this is the offset. Now the other 3 features. On offset you also get through. So through means you want to select the object which would pass through. So I will draw a line. I will draw a line from here to here. Escape. Now I will just select offset. I just want to offset through this line. Specify second point. I just offset this. Offset select object to offset this, and now point or side to offset, likewise I select this. So the object is offset in such a way that it pass. The object is offset in such a way, just a control plus Z for the operation. I will just delete this. No, I will just keep this, pan this screen just a bit more. Just give this screen a little bit of, if you press the mid ball of the mouse, you will just regenerate the screen. That is like the zoom all command. Now moving on to the other commands. First one is set to by layer. We will discuss in the layer panel. Then change space, then lengthen is used to increase the length, that can be used to by using the grips also, like these are the grips, 3 grips. So I can just lengthen this by stretch and just lengthen this by this, and just for backing it up as this point, so it is back. Now means you can use it or you cannot use it. Just it's on your edit polyline. It is used for 3D polygons. Address polyline, it is also used for 3D polygon. Edit hatch, we will talk about the hatch later. Edit array, we will talk about the array later. Then this is align. You can align this, break at point, join command we have discussed in the draw panel lately, in which we just explored the polyline and we just join. We can once again see this, like I have drawn a polyline from this. I just give a arc there by pressing the right click, then once again a arc, then once again a arc, and then escape. So this is the whole line. I want to explode it. I have exploded, but I now want to join it. I have done the modification and I now want to join it. So you can join it, select the object to join. You can just give a crossing window for this, and just press enter, and you will join the whole object lately. So this is the use of the join command. Then this is the reverse. You can reverse the object direction. We will discuss about it later. Copy nested object, you will discuss about it later. Delete duplicate objects. If some objects are same, if we just use these commands as very rarely. Bring to front, we will discuss about it in the text space. Now till now what we have learned, the use of the draw panel and the use of the modifier panel, the various commands of the modifier panel like move, copy, stretch, rotate, mirror, scale, trim, fillet, array, erase, explode, offset, join, etc. And the remaining we will study lately because they are not of our use now. We will discuss it in the complex objects. I just delete this and clear the screen. Now moving on to the next part is the annotation. That is the annotation panel. But before this, I need you to understand some basic things of the AutoCAD. I have got an email from the various subscribers of it. First of all, it's a very great opportunity that we have crossed the 250 subscriber marks. Let me check it what it is now. Let me check it. MCG CAD WORKS. Let me just check it. 242 subscribers. We will cross the 250 by today. So it is a very good part that we have crossed the 242 subscriber, and we are heading towards crossing the 250 subscriber marks. So on this we are very happy, and we are congratulating you and we are all for this very good you are listening this, and we are also just subscribing the channel, so thank you for this. Now we will just talk about the various shortcuts the students want in the draw panel as well as the modifier panel. They have given me an email about the various things of the shortcuts of the AutoCAD. So I will just remind you about the shortcuts what you can use in the AutoCAD, and then we will move towards the annotation panel if the time pre-exists, or if the time doesn't pre-exist, then in 2 or 3 more days we will just take a video on the annotation panel, and likewise we will cover all the AutoCAD in the 2D. So firstly there is the line option. For the line there is the shortcut key L. It is used to make the simple lines in the drawing. Then there is C. C is used for making circle. If you type C in the command box, it will use to make the circle, and C is also typed to close. If we have drawn the line and then there is only 2 points left, so then we can type C to close it. Then there is PL. PL is given for the polyline command. REC is given for the rectangle command in AutoCAD. POL is used to make a polygon. It is used for generally for the polygon command. Arc ARC is simply for the arc. Ellipse, we have type the ellipse to for the ellipse command. REG for the region symmetry in AutoCAD. CO to copy objects. If you type CO, it will give you to copy. Array, which we will talk about in the next few videos. ARRAY for the array command. TR for trimming geometry. Let me give you one thing is left, that is the trim fillet. So let me give you a brief look of the fillet and trim. Firstly, we will give a rectangle. Now what is the fillet? Fillet are the round corners, chamfer are the vertical corners, fillet are the round corners. So let us select the fillet. It gives me to select the first object. I will select this as the first object and this as the second object. Now it is applied to corner or radius as a 50. Firstly, let me tell fillet. So fillet as a fillet. Now specify opposite corner. This is the whole object. Fillet cannot be used on the whole object, so I will just explode this. Then I will look at fillet, specify first, specify second. Now shift select to apply the corner or radius. Shift S to specify the corner and the radius. So what is the fillet? Just go on to the fillet. Now I will just give it radius. You want to select fillet radius is 100. Enter. Specify first object, this one. Specify second object, this one, and this is the filleted corner. That is, this is the round corner. This is at the 100. And now what is the chamfer? Chamfer, select first line, or this is the first line, this is the second line, this is, let me escape. I will just give enter. Now I will just give angle, specify for length on the first line, this 10, enter. Specify chamfer angle 45, enter. Select first line, I will just give angle, specify length on first line, let me give 10, enter. Specify chamfer angle 45, enter. Specify the first line and the second line, and this is the distance of the 10 chamfer from this. So this is a fillet, this is a chamfer. So what is the trim command? Now moving on to the trim command, you have to just select the trim is used to trim an extra portion. Just act as a eraser, but it is more convenient to use when you have to remove the smaller portions from the object, and you don't need to explode the object for using this. In the erase command, you need to likewise explode a rectangle for using this. Now select objects. I will just select the whole objects. It needs a cutting edge. Now trim the object. This does not intersect. Select the object. It is not trimming. Okay, now just give a escape. Trim. I just give a right click, and this hole cannot be trimmed because it is intersecting each other. So I will just give edge. Let not extend this. This is nothing being selected because it is a whole object. So you just firstly select this all and give a, it is not been selected, so escape. Firstly select it, explode it, select it, explode. Okay, so this is whole explode. Now trim command, select the object, enter. Now anything that touches this does not intersect with the cutting edge means this is the cutting edge. The area behind this will be trimmed easily. So I will just give a line, just lines, 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 line, escape. Now just give the trim command. I'll just give as a cutting edge, enter. Now the whole area behind it can be trimmed. Okay, this is not intersecting, this is not intersecting, and this is intersecting, this is intersecting, this is not intersecting. So the whole area behind this, if I just fence the whole object like this, and whatever, there is nothing, because you need to extend. So the trim command uses a edge to cut it off, and the erase command does not use it. You can choose likewise what the things you need. I just escape the trim command, then I will just select this and I will press delete. So this is whole about the modify panel. Coming back to the shortcuts, we are on the tree. TR, this is used for trim. OP, this is used to open the options. SC is used for the scale command. B is used for creating a block. We will discuss about the block later. I is used to insert an existing block. ST is used to open the text style. X is can be used to explode the objects. Explode command for the explode command is used for the explode command. X is used. F to add rounded corner, that is the fillets. CHA for the chamfers. LA to open the tool for connecting and measuring this. And then moving on to the keyboard shortcut keys, Control plus N to open a new drawing, Control plus L to save a drawing file, Control plus Shift plus S to save as, Control plus 0 to clear screen, Control plus 1 to open the properties palette, Control plus 2 to open the design center palette, Control plus 9 to toggle the visibility of the command line, Control plus C, this is the command line. So if you press Control plus 9, this is used to toggle the visibility of the command line. Control plus C to copy object, Control plus V to paste the copy object, Control plus Shift plus V to paste the copy object as a block. You can use this keyword shortcut. The block thus created will have a random set of character as its name. Control plus Z, undo last operation. Control plus Y to redo the last undo action. If you have just undo the last action, then immediately if you use Control plus Y, then it will the redo option. You also have the redo here. Control plus tab to cycle through all open drawings. Status bar toggle, the status bar toggle you can use the various F1, F2, F3 like keys to open the various thing. F7 is the status bar toggle to background grid if you want to open it. F9 to change the snap gridding. DY mode, dynamic mode to open the dynamic mode. F8 for ortho mode. F10 for polar tracking. ISO draft to draw the ISO drafting. F11 to tracking off the snap tracking to on or off it. F3 status bar toggles. LW display to line weight display, transparency display, selection cycling. F6 for the dynamic UCS. General commands are X-line, point, ref cloud, multiple, and copy, CL. So we will use this later in the upcoming videos. So that is all about the modify panel. Let us end this video here, as the video is already going of 45 minutes. So this is whole lecture in itself. So let us end this. Just one more thing, keep practicing the drawings, keep practicing the various method, because AutoCAD is a very vast software. It takes everyone years on years to uh, think like the AutoCAD, to make AutoCAD a living for itself. But if one has done this, then it would be very easy for him to outshine in the world. And this in this period where the whole country is in the lockdown, where the whole world is facing the COVID-19 situation, where the whole world is in the houses, if you are learning a new skill, then it is beneficial for you. If you are learning something new, then it is beneficial for you. If you are taking some time out, like this 45-minute lecture, and you just give some 1 hour or 30 minutes more for your daily practicing, then you will be learning a new skill, then you will be understanding a new skill, then you will be knowing something new that would be helpful, not in your career but in your life as well, in you to outshine in the various things. I know the engineering students, they have to give the interviews, they have to prepare for the companies say about what they have done, what they have not done. And if you have a extra skill, then it would be very beneficial for you to outshine in that competition. And just like a software like AutoCAD, this is I will not say this is very easy, but yeah, if you do the regular practice, if you have the sight that you have to do this at any cost, then you can just pursue it very bravely, very fastly, very quickly, because there are the basic commands. You have to just learn the use of commands, then you have to just learn their shortcuts, and when you are ready, you can just make the complex objects as well. And for your homework, I will just give you object. You have to draw. I just draw a rectangle. I just draw a circle there at center diameter. This is the center. This is this. Then you have to offset. Then you have to firstly explode this rectangle, explode. Then you have to offset is 4 size, like specify offset distance like this. You have to select the object to offset, distance to offset. Then you have to select the offset, distance to offset. Distance to offset was already given, the distance between this. I just want to shift this to this here, and from here to here. I just want to remove this whole escape, this whole delete. Then a arc here, start center N. Let us just give a R from here to there. Okay, so this is a whole circle, by the way. So now we have to, I will just keep this whole circle. We have not to draw this whole circle. Escape, we have to just this, delete. So this is the object. You have to use the offset command, explode command here, and then you have to use the fillet. Select first object. Let me give the let me give this as radius. I just want to give radius as 100. one second, just a second, please. Recording. I was on a call, was sorry for that. This is then I want to give the fillet. Let me escape this. I want to give the fillet. Now this is the same about the selecting the first command. Then I will just press the shift to select this, and because I don't have the radius, then this I give 40, then nothing will happen. Okay, so just give a fillet command, then it will set you about the radius trim multiple undo. So I will just give one radius. I just give 150 as the radius, enter. Now select first object, let me select this and then this. So I'm giving the radius. Now you have to remove these two. So by using the trim, you can I will just give a right click, this, so you have to draw something like this, and then you have to mirror it. Just select the whole object, have to mirror it. So I will just press the enter. Now specify first point. I will just give this at 50, enter, and the last point I will just give it this. I will just keep the source object. I have to draw like this. Its dimension would be given. Then the annotation, let me give the dimension. Annotation, the dimension, we are just giving it linear from this point to this point. It is 517.22. So I will just for the dimension panel, I just want to complete. So I will just dimension style, I have just saved dam, let us save this. So now point, this point and this point, place it here. Now this point, just place it here. This point, place it here. This point, place it here. This point and this point, place it here. Okay, so these are all the dimension. How would you change the size of the dimension? We'll just go on to annotation, standard ISO 25 annotation. You can just click on this annotation just to remove it, unpin. Like I just want to give the quick calculation. No, I just want to go here. When I just select this, shading base, no. So these are all the dimensions. I will just give the dam, escape. These are all the dimensions. You can just screenshot this. We'll talk about how to increase and decrease the dimension lately, or we can just do it now. Options, open and save, plot and publish, system, user preferences, drafting, profile selection, stadium modeling. There is something like dimension style manager. Okay, we will talk about it later. Firstly, I will just give you more damn look about this. These are the whole dimensions. Just see generating the model. This is the whole dimension, and you have to create this. Okay, have to create this. This is the whole dimensions. Have to create this. You can create this on your own style, in your own dimension style. You have to just create this, and after creating this, just send your clicked pictures onto our email. This is the MCG creations 793 at the rate gmail.com, and we will just say this, and we will just provide you the shout out in our video. So this is whole what we would be talking about. Let's create this, just create this, and just use this time for becoming something, for doing something, because none other than you have the power to change everything. India is known that we copy the things. Now it is the time to create something. It is the time to play with something. It is the time to make the aspirations of the people grow, to make the engineering sector more grow by using the software like AutoCAD. So it is Viraj finally waving off in the third video of AutoCAD from the channel AutoCAD Tutorials, MCG CAD Works. Hope you have liked it. Just comment your views in the comment section if you loved it. Just post your drawings on our email so that we can solve it. If you have any query, if you have any doubt, you can just email it to us, your questions. You can also type your questions in the comment box, and if you are subscribing in such big numbers, thanks to you, our first video has crossed 200 likes, so it is a very big deal for us. We will soon come up with more videos, and many times I have just got one more email that the time difference between the two videos and the length of the videos are great. So actually what happens that AutoCAD is a vast software, talking about the things in detail, talking with you. Just the time management is a issue, because but yeah, these videos are focused properly because you are just giving the lectures in this lockdown period where everyone has some time left. So if you go with these videos, you can easily get the good side. You can easily get the best things. So yeah, videos of 58, 54, 55 seconds. So this is great. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for this such long video. So we cannot bear the more time. Thanks. This is Viraj finally waving off from the AutoCAD Tutorials, MCG CAD Works. Hope you are all doing well. Hope your health is doing well. Just take care of yourselves. Just don't go out of home, and let us practice at home and become master at CAD, so that the whole world which says that India just copy the things from the foreign countries will be replenished by our actions, and everyone of you become the AutoCAD specialist. And later on we will also talk about the certification program of the AutoCAD, in which we when we will in the last days of the AutoCAD finishing tutorials, that how to certify from the AutoCAD as the AutoCAD engineer, as the AutoCAD certified user, as the one who can teach AutoCAD. So you can also be certified from that. The fees is nominal, like 2200 or 2000. So we will talk about that also in the upcoming videos. We will also talk about the various things that should be covered in the that should be covered in the AutoCAD lately or some other time. So this is whole for today. We have talked about the draw panel, we have talked about the modify panel. For the draw panel, the video is in the description and in the I button. We will also give an end screen of that video also. So in the, if you are watching this video till now, just in the few more seconds when we will end the video, you will get the end screen in which the video would be linked, so just you can take the video from there also. Just like the video, just comment your views on them, just share the video with your friends, just be the next engineers of India who have learned AutoCAD and who know how to use the AutoCAD till now. I hope that you are understanding the videos, and more videos would be coming in the future. Stay tuned with us, just subscribe the channel, just hit the bell icon to get the notifications of our regular videos. Hope you all will be safe in your houses. Just be safe, be with your families. Don't roam here and there. Just be safe, be good. This is Viraj finally waving